Morning, Miss Bahad. Good morning, good morning. Man, long weekends just don't stay long enough. Alright. Daniel Brown. Good morning, brother. Eric Tackett. I think I'm reading that right. It is a beautiful day, though, because we are alive and kicking once again. Camille, good morning. David and Michelle, good morning. I was talking to my wife last night, and who else was I talking to? I think I mentioned it in the message that I did yesterday afternoon. How I had to grab my Bible. How excited I am about doing these Proverbs, and just what we'll learn and grow. And I say what we will learn, because we should be learning every time we read His Word. Amen. Sometimes I think we have to sit back and shut off the mentality of what we think we know, and look at the Word as a hungry child, which we should do more often than not. And just looking at it and being, wow, what a privilege, what a joy to have this in our hands. I've seen people who that live in different countries. I've seen videos where people, first time ever in their life, they got a Bible and they held that thing like it was the most precious treasure in the world, and they wept and wept. And it's like, you know what? That's how we should be all the time. And this country, the amount of its freedoms tends to make people a little forget the important things. We tend to take things for granted. We don't ever think about us not having access to the Word. We don't ever think about us not being able to pick up a Bible, or if our Bible gets a little tattered, well, I can just run down to the Christian bookstore and buy another one. I can buy 5 of them. I can buy 50 of them. I can buy 500 of them. We don't. And as I quote it all the time, I love this verse, Isaiah 66 verse 2. Well, 1 and 2, they're perfect, because 1 and part into 2, Yah says, heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. Excuse me. What will you build for me? Everything's mine. But on this one will I look upon, he who is of a broken spirit and a contrite heart, and trembles at my word. And I love I think it's Nehemiah. It's either Ezra 6 or Ezra 8 or Nehemiah 8. I think it's Ezra. No, it's Nehemiah. Nehemiah 8 verses 1 through 6. Read those, or you'll know it better as Nehemiah. Nehemiah 8 verses 1 through 6. And it's specifically 5 and 6. And it says, And Ezra opened the book in the sight of all the people, for he was standing above all the people, and when he opened it, all the people stood up. And Ezra blessed Yehovah, the great Elohim. Then all the people answered, Amen and Amen, while lifting up their hands, and they bowed their heads and worshipped Yehovah with their faces on the ground. Man, that's how it should be, Mishpachah. So with that said, day 3, Proverbs 3. My son, do not forget my law, but let your heart keep my commands. For length of days and long life and peace they will add to you. Let not mercy and truth forsake you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart, and so find favor and high esteem in the sight of Elohim and man. Trust in Yehovah with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. There's a little too much of that going on in the body. People leaning on their own understanding, thinking they got it figured out. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear Yehovah and depart from evil. It will be health to your flesh and strength to your bones. Honor Yehovah with your possessions and with the first fruits of all your increase. So your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will overflow with new wine. Nor detest his correction, for whom Yehovah loves he corrects, just as a father the son in whom he delights. Happy is the man who finds wisdom, and the man who gains understanding. For her proceeds are better than the profits of silver, and her gain than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things you may desire cannot compare with her. Length of days is in her right hand, in her left hand riches and honor. So Mishpachah, I'm going to stop there real quick. So wisdom and understanding, and this is a wisdom and an understanding that is of him. This ain't talking about book learning. This isn't talking about how many Hebrew words you know and can quote or whatever. That's not what this is talking about. Not even close. It's wisdom and understanding. It's knowing, walking in the ways of Yehovah, walking in his commands, keeping his Torah, and having a relationship with him, that personal relationship with him. And it says that in this we shall have length of days. Mishpachah, length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. So shalom, all her paths are made whole and complete. She is a tree of life for those who take hold of her, and happy are all who retain her. Yehovah by wisdom founded the earth. By understanding he established the heavens. By his knowledge the depths were broken up, and clouds dropped down the dew. My son, let them not depart from your eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion, so they will be life to your soul and grace to your neck. Then you will walk safely in your way, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. Yes, you will lie down, and your sleep will be sweet. Do not be afraid of sudden terror, nor of trouble from the wicked when it comes. For Yehovah will be your confidence, and will keep your foot from being caught. Do not withhold good from those whom it is due, when it is in the power of your hand to do so. Do not say to your neighbor, go and come back, and tomorrow I will give it, when you have it with you. Do not devise evil against your neighbor, for he dwells by you for safety's sake. Do not strive with a man without cause, if he has done you no harm. Do not envy the oppressor, and choose none of his ways, for the perverse person is an abomination to Jehovah, but his secret counsel is with the upright. The curse of Jehovah is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the home of the just. Surely he scorns the scornful, but gives grace to the humble. The wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the legacy of fools. Ms. Bahav, read that chapter today, and I don't really feel led to say anything else except to pray. It speaks for itself. Father, we come to you in prayer in the precious name of Yehovah, Yeshua. Abba, I just lift up everybody who is tuned in right now for this morning's reading and for those who watch this later. Father, I pray as we go through this book of wisdom, through your book of Proverbs, Abba, may we have understanding and wisdom the way that you describe it in these scriptures. May you give us understanding of what that wisdom and knowledge is. May we have a deeper understanding of it. May we be filled with it more. And whatever is needed to change in our lives so that we can receive this, Abba, show us, reveal it to us, and that we may be obedient to that. As we go through these Proverbs, Abba, I pray that every single one of us will truly grow in these next few weeks. That all of us will come from this, not just thinking, oh, that was wonderful, but Father, that we'll come out of this changed. That we'll come out of this better, wiser, more surrendered, more committed, so that we shall have length of days, so that you will bless the house of the just, and so that our home can be a home of the righteous. Father, I lift everybody up. I pray your hand over each and every one of them, and over me and my family. Protect us all, Father. Watch over us and keep us safe. Be with us all throughout this day. And may your promise of Psalm 91 of divine protection cover us. May we dwell in the secret place of the Most High and abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And may the armor of you, Yah, be upon us to withstand and overcome all the fiery darts of the enemy. I thank you, Abba, for this privilege to do these readings every morning. I pray that we all grow and learn and are blessed from it, because it is your will. And we praise you and we love you because you loved us first. In Yehovah Yeshua. Amen. Miss Baha, may you all be blessed today. I love you all, but most of all, Yah loves you. Shalom, shalom.